lads, what is up? It is Heavy Metal Pokemon here, bringing you our first Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle here against the former Knights, who are Deebz. Was now Dubious? Deebz? No. We're going against Dan, who used to be Deebz, no longer Deebz. He was formerly Deebz. Alright, so let's take a look at our team. So we're running a support set Espeon with Magic Bounce, obviously. Yawn, Wish, I think Baton Pass, and Psychic. So it's kind of an interesting little set. We have Joey's Pyukumuyku, which is like a max defense, max HP, unaware, with Soak, Block, Toxic, and I don't remember the last move now. But you know the set. I mean, his Joey's a low. So we got Rabombi with Mental Herb in case like we get like encored by something, taunted by something that gets priority. That's faster than our 124. We got Megazard Y with Earthquake and Dragon Dance, Solar Beam and Fire Blast. So good Sunsetter. We have Scarf Landorus with Earthquake, U-Turn, Defog. I think Stone Edge or HP. I think it's HP Ice, actually. And then we have a really cool Kartana set. It's Life Orb, 3 physical attacks, Smart Strike, Leaf Blade, Secret Sword? Whatever, Secret, I think it's Secret Sword is the one it gets. And then we have Hidden Power Fire, and that allows me to KO other Kartanas. Anyway, so let's get right into our battle here. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. And we gotta wait for the loading screen. I have it locally on the thing, so it's not on the drive. So we're gonna have to go kind of normal speed here. All right, so he's gonna send out his Metacham. I'm gonna lead off with my Huntress, the Espeon, thinking that he was gonna lead Chuckle. So in case he wanted to get his stuff up or whatever, that's fine. He's going to go ahead and Mega here, and he's going to go ahead and go for the Fake Out. Let me adjust here, I look funny. I want to look directly at the camera instead of over here. Alright, so he's going to do Fake Out. He's going to do like half. We're going to get our leftovers. So, now we have to speed this thing. So we're going to go for Yawn here. He's going to go ahead and withdraw, thinking I'm going to do some crazy stuff. He goes out into his Greninja. And so we're gonna go Yawn. Wow. So we're gonna make Greninja drowsy. We're gonna get some more leftovers recovery. We're gonna go ahead and switch out here. I don't remember who I switched out to. Oh, he's gonna switch out his Greninja to Magerna. I think here I went to Pyukumuyku because that's really my only switch into this thing. Yeah, switch to Ghost to the Pyukumuyku with a Shed Shell. He goes into Magerna. I'm going to switch out here because I'm like, oh, he's going to Volt Switch, and that's going to be sad days. So we're going to go into Meshuggah, the Landorus here. We're going to get our Intimidate off, which doesn't affect this Magerna unless he's running a Heat set. He's going to Thunderbolt, and I'm like, ha, gotcha. Now he switches out here. So leading me to believe he was Choice or AV. So we're going to go into a Shuckle here. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn because that's the best play because that Magerna does not want to stay in on an Earthquake. No matter what. He doesn't know what kind of set I am. We're going to go out back into the Huntress here, the Espeon. We're going to get our leftovers here on this turn, which is nice. Going to get some more recovery. This Shuckle now can't Toxic Webs or anything like that. So he's going to go ahead and withdraw, and I'm going to go ahead and Yawn again. I'm going to go out into this Magerna. I can't do anything to this Magerna. So I don't know here if I don't think I don't need to throw off a Wish yet, so I don't do that. I think a Baton Pass here, as he's going to go ahead and withdraw. We go out into the Greninja. Oh, I do pass a Wish here. So I'm going to go out here into the Rabombi, hoping that I can live an attack, get the Wish back up, be in full, go ahead and get up the webs, be faster than his whole team, and then the rest of my team can kind of just do everything. But he goes for the hydro pump, and that just dies. And he is going to go ahead and become Battle Bond. So we do see these Battle Bond, which is... Why would you not if you're Deebz, who's no longer Deebz? So we got that in here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out into my Charizard here. I'm going to try and scare him out with the sun. I know he can't. You have to be like Waterium Z, and even then I think it's a roll to KO, and then he would die to the oncoming Solar Beam. We can go ahead and Hydro Pump. He does miss, which is good for us, so we're going to go ahead and Dragon Dance now, so we are faster than his entire team at the moment. I don't think he has any Scarfers on his team, so it's really nice. So he's going to go ahead and withdraw. Go into the Shuckle. I believe I just go for a Fire Blast here because it's the best middle ground play no matter what. And that's going to do damage to that Shuckle. I'm going to go ahead and Solar Beam here because I don't want to miss the Fire Blast, and we'll take him out from his range. Here we go. Yeah, and down goes the Shuckle. So good, we don't have to worry about webs on our side or toxic or rocks or anything like that. He's going to go out into his Mimikyu. Now here I reveal the Earthquake. And I just went for Earthquake because I wanted to be able to break the disguise, because I mean it has to be, it's got to be broken, otherwise I can't do anything to it. He's gonna go ahead and go for the Shadow Claw here, so he does not go for the setup, which is great. That does a lot. And then I'm surprised that Shadow Sneak actually does this much after that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna Fire Blast here. That did a huge chunk. I could have taken this out. So we got rid of this Mimikyu though. That's really nice. Alright, so he's going to go out into his Medicham here. He can just fake us out. And I think I keep this. And I just go into the Pyukumuyku. Gosh, it's been a minute since I watched this battle. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to fake out. He's going to do a little bit of damage. He's going to go for a Zen Headbutt here. And he does land, which is great. But he also gets a critical hit. And that really sucked. So I'm going to go ahead and soak him. I'm going to turn him into a water type. That way his attacks aren't stab and killing me. He does withdraw here, and he goes out into Magerna. And I'm going to go ahead and recover. Now here, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to stay in. He's going to predict me to go to Landorus, thinking he's going to Thunderbolt this time. Ha! Got him. Right? Ice Beam. I'm like, okay, he's choice locked or something. I'm going to block him. Nope, that was the worst play ever. There it is, the shift gear. And I'm like, oh well, I left the most passive thing I could have in against a Magerna. So I'm going to soak him. Alright, I'm going to soak you, and then I can toxic you. Now, here that critical hit, I may have... I am unaware, so I would have been able to live had he not got that critical hit on my recover that next turn. So I would have been able to toxic this thing, and then we would have actually been back in the game. You know, from here actually we could have been back in the game. So he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna Ice Beam my Charizard, and that's gonna go down. That's gonna raise the Soul Heart. I think it wouldn't have been able to stand here in the way that it is. So we're gonna go into Trivium here. I'm gonna try and do something, but I'm just gonna die to an Ice Beam, unfortunately. And goodbye goes Trivium. Had I been Scarf or anything like that, I might have been able to outspeed. Actually, I don't know. So we're gonna go into Meshuggah just cause. And like I said, at this point, I'm just sacking mons because that's all I can do to the Magerna sweep. And boom, down goes Meshuggah. And this thing's just boosting up. Now, I don't know if the toxic would have helped any at all. The earthquake wouldn't have done anything there. This is a water type now, so it's like turned out to be the worst thing ever. It's gonna go ahead and thunderbolt, and that's gonna take out the Huntress, and that is the game versus Deebz, not Deebz, Dubious, Glutamus, Maximus, Deebzius, however you say his name now. That's our battle against Dan. Really good battler. So sucks that I can't believe I left the Pyukumuyku in on the Magerna like that. I did think it was choice locked or AV, so I was like, I'm okay. And then, not that the shift gear mattered against Pyukumuyku because I'm unaware, so I didn't care that it was at whatever special attack it gets after the shift gear. I think it's +2 speed, +1 special attack. So I was like, okay, but that crit was what killed me, because it took me down to 7, so I'm only able to recover half of my health with recover. So I'm only getting like pretty much just a little over half, and I'm not leftovers. I am shed shell for in case I like block and then they magic bounce it back. I can still, you know, leave, and then we'll be cool. So so there's that. So probably doing that and not like putting any other form of pressure on at that point. Not that I really had much of a Magerna switch in, since he had pretty much coverage for the whole team, so that didn't matter. Getting webs up might have helped, because he would have had to have shift geared again to outspeed my Landorus, but my EQ wouldn't have done anything to it because of the soak to turn it into a water type. So that really helped him out, becoming a water type. He wasn't getting any boost, but I don't think he had any. Probably had either floor cannon, which, I mean, that's a nuke at +2 anyways, so whatever. That's the game. So our team matchup against him was just awful. We could have played a little bit better. It's what it is. We're learning. We're learning here. We're making some different teams. We're trying some new stuff along the way instead of doing cookie cutter. I'm not a fan of cookie cutter. This is your standard OU team. Go. That's kind of boring to me. So, yay. Alright guys, thank you for checking that out. Be sure to check out Dubious down in the description down below. As long as if you want to try this team or see if you can make it better, I'll leave a paste bin or pokey paste or whatever in the description as well for this. But as always, bros, keep gaming.
You're a memory I can't lose. I hold on to you.